Alright you guys, we got a lot of reveals. Some new, some expanding on things that we had previously seen. And starting off, I'm going to very quickly kind of just gloss over a lot of the Legacy and Studio Series stuff that I'm not very interested in. The Legacy Core Class Bomb Burst and Soundwave refresh, don't care. The Legacy Deluxes, don't care. Some of them look okay, but they just don't really do anything for me. Then there's the Studio Series Core Ratchet, don't care. Studio Series Core Wheelie, I'm slightly interested in, but even then, probably not gonna get him. I said in the last reveal discussion that I did that I will be getting the Dark of the Moon Pink Bumblebee Laserbeak, and still same thing here, looks pretty neat. I'm definitely gonna get him. And then there's the Studio Series Core Rumble, which kind of weird that they called him Rumble. He's blue, so therefore he's Frenzy. But looks kind of neat. Probably not gonna get him, but doesn't look bad. Now, let's get into the stuff that's the real meat and potatoes of this reveal. I'll go ahead and finish off Legacy with talking about how they showed off more of Inferno and Armada Starscream. Both of them look great. I'm actually very excited for Inferno. Despite the character not really doing a whole lot for me, I just think he looks really great. Plus, again, finishing off that Season 1 Predacon cast. Really looking forward to him. Armada Starscream, I think looks good. They've shown that the sword is actually going to be gray, which honestly I don't mind because in the Armada show when it wasn't glowing, it was gray. So just as a change to the actual figure, I think that works. Then there is Transmetal 2 Dragon Megatron. I didn't talk about this or the other things that were shown off at San Diego Comic-Con just because, to be completely honest, I found it very lackluster. But I think he looks pretty good. The robot mode seems like it's a tad, I don't know, lanky maybe? It's not bad though. I like the robot mode. The only thing that kind of bugs me is the face. To me, it seems like they kind of tried to remake the face on the original toy but put a different spin on it, and I'm not really sure it works. But otherwise, I do think the robot mode looks pretty good. Then the dragon mode I like a lot. The only thing being that I find the base of the neck to look very odd. And this comes from the fact that the neck and head of the dragon mode is his left arm in robot mode. So that looking a little janky aside, he looks pretty good. I dig him. He comes with a fire breath accessory that also doubles as a club that he can use in robot mode, which I find kind of neat. And what's neat too is those are brand new parts, because when this was first shown at San Diego, there was a good bit of talk about those being reused from the Last Night Leader Class Megatron, but on Instagram, Sam Smith confirmed that they are completely new, so that's kind of cool. But let's get into the real stuff from this reveal, and just gotta say, starting off, thank God that they've had live action Michael Bay Studio Series stuff in one of these streams. So good to see it, and especially with so much good stuff, and it's only 3 figures. Starting off with Deluxes and working our way up, let's talk about the Studio Series Deluxe Last Night Hot Rod. This guy looks phenomenal. I can see why Sam Smith was very excited in the stream about this guy. He honestly looks great. Such an improvement over the last Deluxe that was just a retool of the Age of Extinction Lockdown. And the term mini masterpiece or something similar was used to describe him in the stream, and honestly I kind of agree. Whenever they first showed him on the stream, I honestly thought he was like a smaller version of the DX9 Lahire. Granted, maybe that's because I was feeling a bit sleepy, but whatevs. But yeah, he looks great. Both modes phenomenal. He's said to be highly articulated, and I mean, he just looks so accurate. Hot Rod comes with his time gun, and of course you expect it to come with it, but it's nice that he does have it. I like Last Night Hot Rod's design a good bit, so it's very cool to see him getting a good figure of his main design. Then next up is the Last Night Crosshairs. I do like him on the whole. He is a bit iffy looking here and there. He has a good bit of kibble. To me though, I kind of wish that they found a way to do something else with the wheels on the back. I feel like that's what's really throwing off sort of the silhouette of everything. But otherwise, I think he looks pretty decent, all things considered. Corvette mode's great. The robot mode could definitely maybe use some work, but it looks really interesting the way they're getting the parts to look like the coat. And stuff like the chest and shoulders look way better than the last Deluxe figure. And the legs too. Crosshairs comes with his 2 guns, which is always good. So we'll see how it looks and feels in person. I'm very curious about it. I definitely don't dislike what I'm seeing. It's just out of the 3 main Bay reveals, this one's probably the most lackluster, but it's still not bad. There's Studio Series 86 Voyager Ironhide, and on the whole, I think he looks pretty good. I'm not quite sure that I'm gonna get this one, even though I'll be honest here, I probably will end up getting it. That's just how I am. But he looks pretty solid. I like the robot mode a good bit. He's definitely one of the best G1 based Ironhides that there's ever been. The only one that I might like more is the Masterpiece, but even then this guy gets pretty damn close. The van mode isn't bad, but there are some things like the exposed hinges and whatnot that kind of take away from the look, but at the same time it's got to actually transform, so it's kind of whatever. So yeah, I think he looks good. I just don't know quite yet if I'm gonna get him. Now on to the big man himself, the Fallen from Revenge of the Fallen. Man, we have been so hyped for this for a long time now. I want to say since around February, which is what Sam Smith even said in the live stream, and I feel like the wait was worth it. That robot mode is absolutely beautiful. I'm glad that in the stream they mentioned that the blue is movie accurate. A lot of people don't seem to remember that on the Fallen, but on his weird frill things on the side of the head he had blue, and on his shoulders and just random bits here and there, along with a decent bit of gold as well. And I feel like this guy looks really good. He looks like he's going to be a pretty big leader class as well, which is awesome. He has his staff and he has the removable face. I love that they continue to reference that. To me, it kind of proves that Movie Prime isn't the bad interpretation of the character as people like to say he is, because the give me your face scene is possibly his most infamous moment, yet they continue to add it to the toys. And the Fallen turns into his Cybertronian Destroyer mode based on the original Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class's alternate mode, which I dig. I always thought that as a Cybertronian mode it was okay. Like, I always thought that you could tell that it was some sort of flying vehicle, and this does a pretty good job of doing that again, but not compromising the robot mode in pretty much any way that I can tell. That robot mode is so movie accurate. I love it. I love the Fallen's design, and it is so good to have this design back in figure form. Plus, I think it's neat how they have those weird appendages that come from his body to attach to his arms, and you can keep them attached and they articulate to help move with everything, but then you can still detach it to give his arms more articulation, which is super cool, because if you did that on the original Voyager figure, the arms were just kind of stuck in place. But yes, the Fallen is one of my most anticipated figures of 2022, and I'm very excited for him. So tell me, what do you guys think about all these figures? Which ones are you anticipating the most? Are you happy with what you see? Let me know down in the comments. And I want to give a quick update. I've been a bit slow with video stuff lately, but my next one after this will be a review and retrospective of Transformers The Last Knight for its 5th anniversary. I've just been a bit slow with editing that one. I've had a lot to say about the movie, and I just want to let you guys know that it is coming. I'm hoping to maybe have it done by this coming weekend. We'll see. As always, a big thanks to everyone for watching, and have a good one.